interesting that the parade made only one very quick passing reference to housing in his speech today. He made only one quick reference to housing, guys, even though most folks believe that the government's supposed to, create new programs to prop up housing and stop foreclosures to fix our economy. Richmond McCoy is a happy hour regular and a real estate expert as CEO of UrbanAmerica. Welcome back, Rich. Richmond, you watched the program today. It was very, certainly invigorating and inspiring to all of us to watch. But you walk away with any change in action or anything like that?
Hey, it's a really great day for our country. There's no music playing here in Fort Worth, but I think the president came out with some very specific ideas in terms of things that he was going to go forward with on a broad basis. And the housing aspect is critical. I was surprised he didn't hit it exactly, but clearly he's going to take some very bold, swift actions.
So, Richmond, we've had some lawmakers on the show the past few days, and it's surprising to hear from some of these Republicans. They're sounding like Democrats now, saying, we've got to fix housing, we've got to fix housing, and they seem more apt to be open to that. The housing bill on the stimulus part of it that's been circulated so far has, we have a tax credit for first-time home buyers that they don't have to pay back. We have the government loan guaranteeing Fannie and Freddie to make new mortgages. We have the cram down for mortgage bankruptcies. What is the other thing? We have basically to forgive some of the second mortgage that's complicating refinancing. Will all that finally fix the housing crisis?
I don't know. I think it's a lot of ideas that are being put forward. I think it will be helpful. I think the tax credit should be spread out to any investor that buys a home during this period of time, not just the first-time home buyers. I think that's something that we can do. That isn't new cash out of the pocket. I think that's a positive piece. But you look at what happened with the banks today. I mean, the timing was a little unfortunate in terms of what today's about for the new president. But I think the banks are hearing about this big, bold action. And earlier in the program, you're talking about this new super toxic bank that may be formed. Once that happens, it's going to force the banks to finally mark to market the value of those assets. And that's going to really affect further the dilution of the value of those banks. Although there's hope, because the Federal Reserve window is still open at a very expensive price. He talked about entrepreneurs and risk takers coming into the market. So ultimately, I think he's painting a big picture that this toxic bank will be created and that private investors will be able to come and acquire these assets at some price from this toxic bank entity.
Oh, Richmond, if this toxic bank or RTC2 is rolled out, is that what it's going to take to fix the home market? Is that what it's going to take to start lending and mortgage lending and whatnot, start that wheel turning again?
I think it will go a long way because the banks are so encumbered by these unrealized losses. The real fix is going to be creating a secondary market on a securitized basis for the banks. And that is the second part of this, but I think the first element is getting these toxic assets off the shelf. They've talked about it for a long time. They haven't done it. I think it could be an immediate fix that could move things through, but I don't think it's a solution in by itself. The good news is new home building is down. And the other good news is I think the new president has come in with a lot of hope and optimism. I think he's very serious about moving things forward. I am concerned that it will be. Yes, sir?
Richmond, on the one hand, you've got you say that we need to do all these things, or maybe some of these things will help prop up the program and do something for housing. But at the same time, all we're saying, though, all those programs are essentially funneling some sort of below-market capital into that industry and just furthering the crisis. It's as if we're just praying for one last bubble so that maybe we can sell this time. I don't get what the end game is from all of these programs.
Yeah, I don't see it clearly either, Cody, but I do know for you that rents are down in New York City. So that's a good thing. So
It's true. It is
I know
true.
you've been looking for some benefit for you, and that's happening finally. But I don't think there is one recipe. I think it's a combination of things. And obviously, some things have been tried. The disappointing fact is that a lot of what TARP was supposed to do was never really executed. And I don't think this $350 billion is going to be used the way the TARP was executed. I think there'll be other types of entities created requiring funding that may very well move this vehicle ahead.
Richmond, McCoy, great points, especially the one about that tax credit for home buyers for everyone. Boy, they're giving all kinds of tax breaks for businesses. About time average folks get one. Thank you for joining us on this inauguration day. Good to see you.